Hey guys, the Simple Student here, and welcome to episode 18 of Java Programming for Beginners. Today we're going to look at something called a for loop. Does the same thing as a while loop or a do while loop, but it's basically laid out a bit different, and you'd use it for a different type of project. So, what is the syntax? Well, first of all, we're going to make an integer, and we're going to make it a counter. So I'm going to just say integer counter. We don't even need to initialize it yet with a value. And now we're going to make our for loop. So the syntax for a for loop is for. Then inside this there are three statements. The first statement is where you want to start. So we're going to say counter equals 0. The second statement is going to be where we want it to end. So we're going to say counter less than 10. And the third statement is where how much the counter is incremented every iteration of the loop. So we're going to say just count plus plus. So this is basically just going to count from 0 up to less than 10, and then it will be finished. Sorry, that's counter, not count. And so we're just going to say system dot out dot print ln, and we're just going to print out the value of counter like that. Okay, so we're going to run this and see how it goes. Yeah, so it's printing 0 through to 9. And it's printing through to 9 because 10 isn't less than 10. 9 is less than 10. Okay, so we're just going to look at this part of it here that decides how much counter is incremented every time. And I'm going to show you a new way to increment, but by different numbers. So we can actually say counter plus equals 2. So this is going to increment counter by 2 every time. So we'll just run this and see. Yeah, so now it's counting up in 2s. So all this does is it increments the variable counter by 2 every time. I think that's all on for loops. This is a really useful thing to use in your Java programs, and I would use it a lot more often than I'd use while loops or do while loops, basically because of the control and what you can do with it. Thanks for watching, guys. Next time we're going to make a thing called a random number generator. This has been The Simple Student. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.